You're listening to Big World Network.
Just Kill Me, Season 4, Episode 2, Jabba Babysits, written by Wendy Herman, read by Wendy Herman. I got in the van with the boys and just started driving. I wasn't sure where I was going. I headed for the Taekwondo Academy out of habit, but felt like following our normal routine was the wrong thing to do. 10 minutes later, I happened to be sitting at a red light at a downtown intersection, and I glanced to my left. The old bookstore. I'd been in there a few times, but not since Ty had told me what really goes on in there. It hit me like a lightning bolt. When the light turned green, I swerved into the left turn lane and gunned it. Ignoring the honks from the cars behind me, I made another sharp left into the store's employee parking lot and stopped the van where it would be the least visible from the busy road. "Mom, aren't we going to Taekwondo?" Blaze chimed from the back seat. I put the van in park, unbuckled my seatbelt, and turned toward the boys behind me. "I'm sorry, guys. We can't go to Taekwondo today." How much do I tell them? "I need to do something very important, and I can't tell you everything because..." Rowan cut in. "Is it top secret, Mommy?" I smiled. My sweet little boy had given me an idea, but before I could continue, Levi asked, "Does it have something to do with why you brought your gun?" I froze, shocked for a second. "How did you know I had my gun?" "I saw you put it in your purse before we left." "Mom, is someone trying to kill us?" Blaze asked, looking very worried. "What? No, honey. Why would you ask that?" "Well, that man at the house. Who was he?" "That's what I'm going to tell you if you'll let me." "Sorry." "Don't be sorry, be quiet," I said, setting them up for one of our favorite games, movie quotes, to try to lighten the mood. The last thing I wanted was for them to think they or I might be in danger. They did not disappoint. All three, including the 4-year-old, responded loudly. "Sorry!" We all laughed. There just wasn't an unquotable line in Spaceballs. Okay, serious time. The man at the house is an agent. He's a friend of Uncle Rip's. We're doing sort of a fun exercise today, and you three get to be part of it. "What do we get to do? Can I have a gun?" Blaze asked quickly. "No, dummy, we get rocket launchers," Levi mocked his brother. Blaze looked at me with a pout. "No gun?" I simply cocked my head and gave him a not even if you were the son of Rambo look. He slumped back in his seat and folded his arms across his chest. "Are we going to get in trouble because we knocked out Uncle Rip's friend?" Levi asked. "Heck no," I replied, grinning from ear to ear. "Serves him right. Just means we're winning." They clearly liked the sound of that. "What do you need us to do, Mom?" Levi asked, always eager to make me happy, God love him. I took a deep breath and prepared to lie through my teeth. "The FBI wants to test me, and part of it involves hiding you guys." 6 eyes filled with confusion stared at me. "Hiding us?" Blaze was perking up with interest again. "Yes, they want to see if I can hide a witness, so the bad guys don't find them. You've seen that on TV, haven't you?" "Yeah," Levi trailed off. They were waiting for more details. "So to make it fun, I said I'd hide you guys, and Uncle Rip is going to try to find you, but he'll never find you here." I grinned at them as if I was keeping a monumental secret, which, of course, I was. They all three peered out the window at the bookstore. "We have to hide in an old bookstore?" Blaze asked. "Yes, just for a few hours." "Hours?" Blaze exploded. Levi reached across the seat to smack him in the back of the head. "Levi!" I chastised, but secretly loved it when he did that. He mumbled an insincere apology to his brother, who was now rubbing the back of his head and whimpering, as if it had actually hurt. "Don't worry, this is more than just a bookstore. Today it's a criminal's hideout, and you three are the criminals." Rowan started to clap and chant, "We are criminals! We are criminals! We are criminals!" Okay, so here are the rules of this game. Rowan stopped chanting and clapping, and they all leaned forward in unison, determined not to miss a word. Awesome. Now to make up some rules. Rule number 1. Do not leave the building. Repeat. Do not leave the building, they responded together, more or less. Rule number 2. Levi is in charge. Repeat. They repeated. Rule number 3. If you need me, text, don't call. Repeat. Rowan repeated it verbatim, which I should have expected, and Blaze nudged him hard with his shoulder. Ow! What did I do? I repeated. Blaze, apologize, I insisted. He gave Rowan his best fake sincere sorry, and I took a deep breath. Rule number 4. Be smart, be nice, and be rewarded. Repeat. This rule was alliteration I'd pounded into their heads since they were born. Whenever I left them with a sitter, I'd make them repeat it to me 3 times. All right, let's go through them one more time. I repeated each rule, waiting for them to regurgitate it each time after me. I couldn't help but think Trevor had discovered coal at the house by now and was looking for us. I needed to get the boys inside. I told them to stay in the van for a moment while I disguised the gray Odyssey. Part of the test, I said. Luckily, it was easily the most popular family vehicle in town, if not the state and the country, right down to the medium gray hue, and that could only help. Ty had taught me to remove any window stickers or things inside the van visible from the windows that would give away that the vehicle was mine. Then I put new window stickers on the back window that no one would ever associate with me and my family. I had bought the family stickers that were little stick figures of every member of the family, and as I put the daddy, the mommy, and then 2 little girls in pigtails, plus 2 dogs and a cat, I grinned. The final step was to cover the license plate. The FBI had a shop that made these license plate covers with random numbers or vanity messages. They weren't real license plates, but basically photographs that, from a distance, were indiscernible from the real thing, and they snapped securely onto the actual plate. I had asked for a vanity message that said, "Fat and Fab." The whole process took me about 90 seconds. Then I had the boys grab their taekwondo bags, and we headed for the back door. They were excited to be part of this fictional test, and I knew I had no choice but to go through with it. I had to keep them safe while I searched for Ty. I just hoped Jabba didn't turn me away. I approached the door and knew what I had to do. I tried the knob, and it was locked. Good. Then I knocked loudly, a specific pattern that Ty had made me memorize, in case I ever needed Jabba's help. After a few minutes, I repeated the pattern of knocks. Instantly, the door opened, and a lovely young woman was standing there, smiling at us warmly. She motioned for us to enter, and we followed her down a long, narrow hallway, and then upstairs. At the top of the stairs, she put her hand in the air for us to wait. She opened the door in front of us, and we heard a booming voice. "Sister Lila, please escort our friends into the throne room." Lila smiled at us and moved aside for us to enter Jabba's throne room. It was like a state-of-the-art teen center, except for the ornate red throne on one wall, and the gargantuan man sitting in it. He spread his arms wide. "Friends, welcome! Agent Douglas, you and your children are welcome here." I opened my mouth to ask how the hell he knew who I was, but he was one step ahead. "You are the only one Agent Ripley shared the secret knock with, and he said you might need Jabba's help when he called me this morning." "You spoke with him this morning? Did he say where he was? Is he okay?" The questions fell out of my mouth so quickly I couldn't catch them. "Peace, Agent Douglas." Jabba raised his hands in a meditative position and closed his eyes. After a few seconds and deep breaths, he opened them again. "Let us make your children comfortable, then we can talk." I nodded. I turned to address the boys, but they were no longer standing behind me. I panicked for a second, frantically searching the room, and immediately located all 3, plopped on beanbag chairs, watching one of Jabba's young brothers play a video game I recognized. It was one of the Lego Star Wars games that all 3 boys had played at home until they had it memorized. They were currently zoned to the television screen as if they'd never seen it before. Must be a boy thing. "I'd say they're comfortable," I stated. Jabba motioned for me to approach the throne. I walked up to him until I could see the stubble on his chin, and he smiled at me so big I felt like I was being punked. Agent Ripley sounded guarded and hurried on the phone this morning, Jabba said just above a whisper. We spoke very briefly. I'm sorry, but I don't know if he's okay. I assume you are going to find out. It hadn't escaped my attention that the third-person speech had ceased. Ty had told me he suspected it was all an act, but I didn't think Jabba would let his guard down with me so soon. I merely nodded in response to his words. Do you need weapons? Backup? My resources are your resources, Agent Douglas. I didn't know what to say. It was so much more than I had hoped for. I felt like Cinderella finding out she was going to the ball after all. After a moment of thought, I responded. All I need is to know my boys will be safe. Jabba gave me such an intense look I could focus on nothing else. We will protect your children with our lives, if need be. I prayed it wouldn't come to that.
You're listening to Big World Network.